Hello, welcome back to another 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. I'm here on my own in my house, a rare moment, and it's an evening of January 2026, and I've got a nice beer to review here. This beer is from Czechia, or the Czech Republic, it's also known. First brewed in 2007. This is 4.2%, and it is Opat Bitter. So we'll talk about the bottle in a minute. I don't believe it is in the blonde section, so I don't think it's a bitter in the English sense, but it is apparently, it's called Opat Bitter, which presumably means it's got a bitter taste to it. So there's no picture in the book, so I don't know what glassware it uses, but I did some research, and every picture of every Opat branded glass was either a standard pint glass or a glass like this. So this is what I have for this one. Hopefully no Opat fans get upset. So without further ado, let's crack this open and have this beer. Okay. It's just pouring very nicely. This has been stood upright in my fridge for quite a while. Got quite a lot out of that one. So let's talk about the bottle to start with, and then we'll do the tasting notes. So it's got some sort of monk type character holding a beer. I don't know whether that means there is any association, maybe the historical connection. Everything else is in Czech, so I don't know what anything else says, but it's got Radini, Opat, Bitter up here, nothing on the back. Sort of brown bottle. Not much else to say other than interested to see if in the description it talks about the monk connection. So, tasting notes: a pronounced grassy nose of fresh Saaz hop cones with resinous and peppery overtones. In the mouth, it balances a honey-like malt sweetness with a highly aromatic hop finish. Okay, well that sounds nice. So we'll look at the colour first. It doesn't talk about the colour in the taste notes unusually, but it is kind of a golden blonde colour, as you can see. The head on it is sitting really nicely on the top. It isn't too fizzy, but it's not flat either. So let's see if it's got the nose it talks about. Very grassy, but yeah, there is a real nice like grassy hop, but definitely a little bit of pepperiness to it. So that does smells really good. So let's go for a taste. Cheers. That is really good. So it says it balances a honey-like malt sweetness. It has got a slight sweet maltness, but the hops in it round it off lovely. I don't know why it's called Opat Bitter. It ends with a little bit of a bitter edge. I suppose it's bitter as a bitter in English sense. That is a delicious beer. Very refreshing. It's not super strong. One of these on a summer's day would be delicious, but actually here I'm on a winter's day and it's equally delicious. This is really, really good. So let's have a look at this. So this is apparently the brewery is known. It's from the tiny village of Olivetin. I'm probably not saying that right because it's got various words on it. But it says the most impressive concoction is flavoured with an old favourite. Plenty of Saaz semi-early red hop cones go into the brewery's extra hot pale lager. It's called bitter, but the effect is more aromatic than acrid. Creating a fragrant showcase for Saaz, albeit with such a moderate alcohol level that the beer qualifies as a session brew. And here's the information about the monk. Founded by Benedictine monks under powers granted by Holy Roman Emperor Charles IV in Prague, the brewery was functioning at least by 1348. The current brew house, a stunning brick tower surrounded by linden trees, dates from 1866 and considered one of the most beautiful in Czechia. So it was nationalised. It was a monastery brewery, given to the rights to the beer's name of Opat. Oh, Opat means abbot. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. After the Velvet Revolution, it was privatised and been on the same ownership since 1997. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so that answers all the questions about the naming and the pictures. So bitter as in aromatic, and Opat because it's after the abbots because it used to be monastery. Okay, that's really, really interesting. Obviously not got those kind of monastic connections now, but it's great as that history. So if I'm ever in the tiny village of Oliverton, I will go and visit it because that sounds fascinating. It's probably quite a pretty building. So unlike many breweries in the Czech lands, it's Pivovar Brumov is the name of the brewery that makes this. They maintain their own maltings, buying raw barley and producing malt to their own specifications. It's very interesting. It's also known for a couple of different beers that they make for an international supermarket chain, which I'm not familiar with. They're called Rampus, Novik, and Prevor. I don't know them, never had them before. I've never had any of these beers before, but it is really delicious. That's a really good beer. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of that. Not much else to say, but thank you, Opat Bitter, as it is, as I know it now know it's called. I'll be going to enjoy the rest of that. Some in the bottle for me still, so I'll go enjoy the rest of that. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for a beer review very, very soon. Goodbye.